because we're always playing.
Right.
You never stop playing to start again.
Jesus, yeah.
Because if you stop playing, you're dead. And when you're alive, how can you be dead? You know what I mean?
How do you keep it together if you don't think in terms of breaking things up in units?
I guess I don't believe in 3 square meals. Or a day.
You were brought up on the desert or near the desert, right? Well, at least that's what...
I was born in Glendale, California, and I was a sculptor until I reached the age of 13. I was studying with Agostinho Rodriguez, from Portugal, the sculptor. Then my folks moved me to Mojave and told me that all artists were queers, and I couldn't get away because the police wouldn't let me, every time I'd run away, they'd bring me back home, to Mojave, and then I got in a fight every day, just trying to walk with all the transients in Mojave, and I say transients only because they thought they were. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Well, what's a transient? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody who likes to go for a walk farther than
Right.
somebody who is a resident.
Yeah.
So the thing is that what's a resident? What's a residue? What's a reservoir? What's a resolution? What's a rhinoceros? Get the point? So the thing is, and he's even been attacked, because his horn's good medicine for sex, right?
That's right.
Hair horn,
Yeah, right.
they grind up his horn,
Yeah.
man. We're lucky they haven't found out about our teeth. You know what I mean? Or somebody hasn't found out about, So anyway, I finally was able to leave my folks, at 18. Although you never leave anybody, you're just not as near them as you were before. So I got down here and tried to do an album. You know what I mean? Then I tried to do another album. Then I tried to do another album. And I just can't do an album. Do you know what I mean? Because that's final.
Yeah. How do you feel about...
I like beats, not money. I'm just kidding.
But how do you feel about, like...
Feel like an Indian. How do I feel about what?
Well, considering, like what the setup is with the music business or whatever business it is, because it's business. But about, like, getting your stuff out.
Well, if it sits up, then it should start crawling. Then it should start walking, and then it should start running. And then it should start knowing that it's doing that. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a setup that doesn't want to walk or crawl.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I wonder why all of our musicians like Don Cherry and John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, and all those people had to go to Europe, to be able to play, in front of people, don't you? That may be indicative. I know that somebody playing free music is not as commercial as a hamburger stand, but is it because you can eat a hamburger and see it and hold it in your hand, and you can't do that to music? Is it too free to control, maybe?
Didn't used to be. Was it?
I don't know. I didn't used to be here. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't read books because they're square. They don't go in very easy. And if they do go in, they're a controller because they have lines. I don't believe in straight lines either, or any lines. I believe in circles. And I have to believe that way or I would fall apart. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Or at least...
If I wasn't controlled, if I believed that way, I'd fall apart. And you see, I don't think that there's, pardon me, a controller or a controller. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's sort of, and people not knowing, or just being taught and believing, and not realizing that it's not that way at all?
I think that might be it.
Yeah.
You know what? You know who told me that? A flower. Believe it or not. With a bug in the middle of it. Watch out for flowers with bugs in the middle of them. But don't read in anything.
How do you feel about getting more of this information out to people?
How do I feel about it? What do you mean?
Well, it's just that you know a lot that most people don't, and I wonder how you feel about getting the information out to them.
Say that one more time.
Well, it's just that, you know, a lot of the things you've just been saying, most people don't know.
I think they all know it.
Well, they aren't awake enough to, say, know it consciously. How's that?
I wonder why that is. That's pretty strange. I wonder if that might be indicative. I think that everybody's perfect when they're a baby.
Yeah.
And I just never grew up.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm perfect. Because I did grow up. But I'm still a baby. Whatever that means. I'm just not as serious as the rest of these people, I don't think. Do you know what I mean? I can't get very serious, you know, about funerals or anything like that. Can you?
No, not that.
No. Well, I think that's what they're serious about.
Yeah.